Well, hello, meditators. My name is Jody, and welcome to this short session on the science behind meditation. You know, meditation has been so powerful for me. Before I started meditating, I was constantly worried and uncertain of myself. I didn't know where my life was going. I didn't know where I wanted my life to go. And I feel like I lived in a constant state of not feeling good enough and worrying that I wasn't, doing something right. Meditation changed my life, and one of the most powerful things about meditation is the science behind it. The science that we can change, we can rewire our brains. It's pretty amazing stuff. So let's talk about that for a minute. Let's bring stress into the picture, because meditation can be a very powerful antidote to stress and to helping us slow down the fight-flight response when it starts to happen. So fight-flight. Does everybody know what that is? Fight-flight is essentially what happens to our bodies when we're under stress. And what's the definition of stress? Essentially, stress is what happens to our bodies when our needs are not met. And that happens to us on the reg, right? Sometimes, it happens to us on a daily basis. Our spouse isn't meeting our needs. Our kids are stressing us out. Our jobs are stressing us out. Driving around. It can be anywhere from the big stressors like grief and loss to the little stressors like, what am I going to have for dinner tonight, right? So the fight-flight response is our body's response to stress. Now let's go back before we go into stress a little bit deeper. Let's go back about 10,000 years to our ancestors, primal beings, right? Fighting for survival, hunting for food, gathering food, living outside, literally fighting to survive on a daily basis. So this is the time when the human body began to learn to adapt, to protect. And in those stressful situations, it's amazing what our body does. Our body sends a surge of chemicals to protect. Adrenaline, cortisol, glucagon. Our heart beats faster, right? Sends blood to the extremities. Our body says, in this fight-flight response, I'm just trying to survive. I don't have time to digest food. So our digestive system stops, shuts down. I don't have time to fight disease right now. Our immune system stops, shuts down. Our blood coagulates, right? Because we know in a dangerous situation that we have two choices, either to fight or to run, and our body's like, I might get injured, so I need to protect my body. The human body is incredible. It takes seconds for our bodies to react in that way. Now, even though we're not in those primal days anymore, most of us don't live in the same type of environment. Generally, our lives aren't at stake. However, our bodies, they react in exactly the same way when we're in a conflict with our coworker or our spouse or whatever it might be. And those situations are stressful. I know for me, I get into a conflicting situation and I get, sick to my stomach and a big lump in my throat and I sweat. So immediately when I get into those situations, I know exactly what's happening to my body, the fight-flight response. So this is our body's reaction to stress. How can we diminish that through meditation? Well, there's a study done at Mass General. Group of participants scanned their brains before the study. Participants meditated every day for 8 weeks. It was a body scan meditation, relaxing the body from head to toe. Every day, 8 weeks, scanned the brains after. Significant changes in the amygdala and the hippocampus. Amygdala, fight-flight. It's the part of our brain that's responsible for fight-flight, and significant shrinkage. So what does that mean? How does that help me? How does that help you? When we see those changes in the brain through meditation, this means more responsive behavior, less reactive behavior. So one of the biggest misconceptions about meditation is, oh, I'm going to be enlightened, or oh, I'm going to have this blissful experience in my meditation practice. And yeah, sometimes meditations are juicy and deep and, they feel really good, but it's not about having that blissful experience in the meditation. It's about that moment when you are living your life and you run into a difficult situation and you realize, wow, I responded so much more thoughtfully in that situation than I ever thought possible. I could have snapped, I could have reacted, I could have let my words come before thinking about what I was saying, but rather, that fight response was diminished or lessened. And those are the moments that we are really proud of, right? So this is your little seed, your little science behind meditation, slowing down that fight-flight response, rewiring the brain, changing the brain. So I hope you enjoyed this session, and keep meditating, my friends. I'll see you next time. Bye.